Hey guys, today we're replacing the front rotors and brake pads. This is the 5-lug Tacoma 2-wheel drive 4-cylinder engine. If you have a pre-runner, you'll probably have a 6-lug. This is 5-lug. This is a smaller single piston, so make sure you get your right brake pads and rotors. The one with the 5 lugs has the smaller rotors, the 272 centimeter. There's also, I think, a 300 or 305 centimeter rotor on the larger one. This 5 lugs, 21 millimeter, and I'm jacking it up back on the frame back there. Just look for a strong point and make sure you have a block and jack stands. So I'm going to go ahead and put the jack stands in front. Jack it up a little bit more to get some space under there. Alright, and then I'll gently let down and put about 50% of the weight on that and on this for stability. That way we have two different spots of connection in case it wants to give us any trouble. 21 millimeter. Make sure you're using a 6-point so you don't strip your lug nuts, and check yours. Maybe yours is a different size. Sometimes that happens. Now we're going to take the caliper off. 14 millimeter, 6-point. Use 6-point with all this. 12 points just puts too much wear on the corners and you'll destroy your bolts, especially if they've been on there for a long time like these. These are really worn, very flat. And if you want to check your rotor to see if it's good or bad, you'll check for a reflection like a mirror, and then you can check for an indentation. Sometimes you can have them resurfaced. This one's too low, and it's actually kind of wavy, so we're going to go ahead and replace it. I'll show you the brake pads and rotors we're using, and I'll say it one more time. Check if yours is a single or double. If yours is a double piston with 6-lug, then you have the larger brake pads and rotors. Be larger than this one. We'll be using this to press in the caliper piston. And this is our grease we'll be using. And let's see. I think that's all we'll need so far. We kind of got to hurry because it's about to rain. So I got the old brake pads off. Then we're going to switch this out to a 17 millimeter 6-point again. And turn your wheel so you can get more access. You're going to come around this way. You have one here and one here. The ones on the other side were very hard to take off. Hopefully these aren't like that. Alright, got that one off.
5, 9, 10, 9.
Alright, so now we got this off. Phone call interrupted the video. This is your 217. We're going to clean this up with some brake cleaner. Sit on the ground. Make sure it's downwind so the wind doesn't blow it back on you. These metal pieces are in good shape, so we're going to reuse them. Just kind of give it a good clean over. And then we're going to pull these out, clean them. Easiest way is to pull the rubber off. These are really bad shape. I don't think they've been touched or cleaned for the past 2 or 3 brake jobs. Look how dirty that is. You know, we're not looking for perfection. Anything at all is better than this. Alright, so while that's cleaning, we're going to go ahead and take the old rotor off. Here's the old one. How reflective it is and rusty. Rusty isn't necessarily an issue. We can see it worn down there. But we'll go ahead and clean this up. Got that rust off. You can scrub it down, but this is clean. Rotor. Okay, there we go. And I want to get that surface on. Go up, put it on. And then I'm going to go get the brake pads, so let's keep the video rolling. Okay, here's the brake pads. We're using Platinum Professional. Let's see if we can find a model number for you. Wow, I guess they don't. There we go. And then I'll show you. And if you just show this, I got these at Advanced Auto. I have a commercial account, but you know, it needs to be about 90. 85 residential, and these are about 50. But don't get the cheap ones. The cheap ones wear out super quick. These are the good ones, really good ones. So we're gonna put these on here. We always want to put the best stuff on for our customers. I'm gonna use the old metal pieces because they're a lot thicker and more durable than the new ones. Try putting one of the new ones on the other side, and it just didn't fit well. I don't like how it looks. So we're just gonna clean these off. They cleaned off good. Now we'll go ahead and clean this and just dab it. And this is the quick way because it's about the rain. I don't want to get stuck in the rain, but just kind of wiggle it in there, twist it. There you go. Just want to get all lubed up, and then you push it on. Boop. Your rubber will go right on. We'll dab the next one. Just kind of wiggle around in there. Push in a little bit. And this isn't perfect, you know. And some of you guys will comment, but I mean, this is a lot better than the than how the old ones were. And this is going to make it last, where they don't have to replace it. So now we've got screw in our 17 millimeter. This still has some good anti-seize on it from past time. Alright, that'd be good. Next time I'll turn the wheel even farther for more room for the here's the brake pads, for more room for the more room, yeah, for the impact gun. Long day. I think this is my 23rd hour of work. Alright, there we go. Got those on. Now we're going to go ahead, just be gentle with that hose, but we're going to kind of set it up, press it in. You can use a C-clamp. I'm going to use this. If you do your brake pads for more than one vehicle, go ahead and get a brake pad kit. These don't need to be turned. There's some calipers that are called ratcheting. These are not it. Spin it a bit. Make sure your reservoir cap is off. Mine is. So put this cap over the piston to even out the displacement. Okay, I'm just going to turn it until it goes in all the way, because we got to make room, because we got a brand new rotor and full brake pads, whereas the piston was pressed all the way out for these, because these were completely just flat going. Just so slowly turn it in. These calipers are good. I don't see any leaks, and it's not hard to push in. If it's not hard to push in, that means it's in great shape. Now the bad thing I see is all this brake dust, and that's not good for the system. So I'm going to kind of spray it down. Make sure to clean off that fitting. So if you ever had to bleed it, you can. Now I almost got it all the way in. Okay, just pressing all the way. Once I have to put a lot more pressure on it, that means it's good to go. I'm going to slide it on, press that in, press this in down here. Okay, now we're going to look for 2 small bolts. And these you don't want to tighten in that much. I don't have the exact torque measurements, but you're looking at probably around 30 foot-pounds. On average, you know, I know someone's going to comment with the exact amount, but you know, as long as you got it snug. Like that, this impacts are great because they kind of knock it tight. So it grips a lot better. The bolts grip a lot better with the impact than by hand. Okay, so now we're going to put the wheel back on. Best way is to just grab your wheel. Just like that. Then you're going to just start the top one. Like that. And start the bottom one. And then I'm going to set my impact to the lowest setting, which is about 90 foot-pounds, which is perfect for these. Change my socket to my 21 millimeter. There we go. And then I'm going to not tighten it all the way, just fit it on firm like that. That gets my wheel level on the platform, on the wheel hub. Then we'll go ahead and go through there. So got this torqued down and brake pads are good to go. Make sure to put your reservoir. Here's the reservoir cap. You want to make sure this one is off. I just put it on. Let's see if I can get it back off. There you go. Make sure you have enough fluid in it, and sometimes it'll leak out. It's been pressed in too much. And when you're under your engine, check your oil, transmission fluid. Make sure these are nice and firm, which these are perfect. You know, check your radiator fluid, everything. And if everything turns out good, here's your radiator fluid reservoir. Check that. And your oil dipstick is right here. This is a 2.74 cylinder. Your oil and your transmission dipstick is back here. So once everything checks out good, you can go ahead and take it for a little test drive. Make sure the brakes grip good. and you're good to go. So hopefully this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.